In this week's Parsha of Metzora, we learn that the culmination of the purification process for a Metzora, of one who is stricken with Tzarat, occurs on the 8th day. We previously posited in Parshat Shmini that if the Torah tells us that something is supposed to happen on the 8th day, then it is supposed to remind us about the 8th day of God's appearing to Israel with the dedication of the Mishkan. What does this eighth day represent? First, it is the culmination of working long and hard to reach a goal. Second, it is a cause for celebration, yet ultimately is bittersweet. Finally, we find that God is close by. We hope that through the process we can come close to God and hopefully will bless our efforts. This whole process, from suspecting Tzarat, then diagnosing, to finally achieving purification is quite lengthy. The person first starts to develop the suspected splotch. Then they need to find a Kohen to show it to. If the Kohen thinks it might be Tzarat, then the person is quarantined for a week to see how the spot or plague develops. If it still looks suspicious, then the person is quarantined for another week. If the suspected Tzarat does turn out to actually be Tzarat, then the person needs to leave civilization until healed. Once the person heals, that person needs to further undergo a purification process of an additional full week. After all this time spent working on healing, both physically and spiritually, it will certainly be joyous for life to finally go back to normal and rejoin civilization. But the joy is bittersweet. It was a very long and trying time, experiencing illness, exile, and disgrace. There might be relief now, but even in purification, there is debasement, as part of the process is to shave off the body hair. According to the Gemara, a person can be struck with Tzarat due to any of a number of reasons. Everyone quotes evil speech as the root cause of Tzarat, but that is but one example given by the Gemara. In addition, a one-time wrong action would not have caused the person to become afflicted with Tzarat. It would have been because of an ongoing behavior that had become internalized over time. The idea then would be that throughout the duration of this affliction and healing, the person would start on a journey of self-discovery, to understand the root cause as to why they got into this predicament in the first place. Once having worked this through, as symbolized by being healed, the person is now able to move forward and realize that God was there the whole time, trying to send a message, which sadly was either ignored or misunderstood. Now being back on track, the person can once again, both physically and spiritually, come close to the abode of God. All this implied by the culmination of the purification process of the Metzora on the 8th day. Shabbat Shalom.